Hey everyone, it's Lisa Morton here with this week's Ghost Report. Well, with the upcoming Guillermo Del Toro movie of Frankenstein, it seems like everyone's favorite undead creation is everywhere lately. We all know the story of the mad doctor who makes a monster from dead body parts, but there are probably a lot of other things around this classic story you may not be aware of. Let's start with Mary Shelley, the author who was 18 when she first conceived of Frankenstein while spending a summer on the shores of Lake Geneva in Switzerland. The year was 1816, and Mary was part of a group that included the poets Lord Byron and Percy Shelley, who she hadn't yet married at the time, Dr. John Polidori, and Mary's stepsister Claire Claremont. When the weather turned bad, they sheltered inside Byron's rented home and told each other ghost stories. When Frankenstein was finally published in 1818, it had no credited author, but because Percy Shelley had provided a preface for it, many readers assumed it was written by him. There were only 500 copies of that first edition printed, and it wouldn't be available in what we would call a popular edition until 1831. Mary rewrote that version considerably, and scholars still argue about which version is better. The first movie version of Frankenstein was a 1910 silent version that was only about 13 minutes long, and by the way, you can see it on YouTube. But the most famous version would happen 21 years later when Universal released its adaptation. Directed by James Whale and starring Boris Karloff as the monster, Frankenstein was an instant hit and led to 5 more Frankenstein movies from Universal. In 1957, the British studio Hammer Films released The Curse of Frankenstein, with Peter Cushing as the doctor and Christopher Lee as the monster. And a new cycle of Frankenstein movies was born, with Hammer going on to make 6 follow-ups. Frankenstein has also been adapted into a TV miniseries, a feature directed by and starring Kenneth Branagh, and countless other versions from all over the world. My personal favorite Frankenstein movie is The Bride of Frankenstein, but hey, if anyone can knock that from its pedestal, it'll be Del Toro. His Frankenstein is scheduled for release in November. While we wait for that, you can always come back here next week for a new Ghost Report.